Yeah, I think the start, it was a very, very unusual day. This is start number 5 for me. Leaving the harbour without the thousands of people within an hour of being out in the start area, being in thick fog, the race being delayed. It's the first time I've known it to be delayed. And then within 20 minutes, there's a warning and off we go. I think all the skippers did very, very well to get away across the line without any compromises with any other boats. And everyone knew the forecast ahead. And off Finisterre was going to be some light winds, followed by the big first feature of the race, which was quite an aggressive front that all the boats had to take on. Alex chose to take that on from the west. I think he took it with some caution, as most of the boats would have that early in the race, and then tacked and started heading south.
The whole race so far has been anything but normal, and I guess there never really is a normal round the world race. We had the very violent front just after the start, which was pretty unusual as it happens. But then the standout feature for the whole race so far, for me certainly, has been Storm Theta, which was a very, very powerful storm, very well forecasted. We all knew it was coming for several days before, but it came right across the track, and people had to make a difficult decision. The fastest direct route was through the centre, but you had to endure some pretty violent conditions to deal with that, and that's exactly what Alex took on. Doldrums, they are quite often what defines the race, any race around the world, because you've got to get through an area, generally speaking, of no wind, and it can go very, very bad for you without knowing why. In this case, the boats so far have screamed through the doldrums, so again, quite unusual, but maybe it's been something to do with the earlier features that have affected them, but for sure this time, the guys who've got through so far have got through with great ease. Normally you can be stuck there for days. Some of that is due to the boats. The boats are now capable of going very fast in reasonably light winds. And some of it is, weather forecasting. The boats have got real-time data. They can see the forecasts. And because the boats are fast, they can place themselves where they want to be. So far, the top 5 or 6 boats have managed to put themselves in a position where they get through the doldrums very fast, unscathed. That's a function of those two things, the weather data they get and the speed the boats go.
These guys, they're hot on Alex's heels at the moment. They're new teams, new boats. It's good to put some pressure on Alex. I think, Alex so far is sailing his own race. He's an experienced guy. He's done this race course many times. Of course, he's looking over his shoulder. Of course, he's looking where they are. But this is a race of experience, and I think he's happy with where he is. He's keeping them on his quarter and in his rear wing mirror. I think he'll be happy with that. When you're at this point on the race course, normally it's a race to the south now. It's you want to get to the south, get into the Southern Ocean, get on the express train that's running from west to east. So he'll be pushing hard to keep that advantage he's got in the south. They're doing big miles. They're doing 400 to 500 miles a day due south. So every day they'll see the conditions changing. They'll get a lot cooler. And before they know it, they're going to be in the Southern Ocean and off they go. For the next few days, we should see Alex in more favourable conditions than the guys to the east. He should have better wind and better angles. So we're hoping to see him claw back some more miles. There is looking like there's a light patch looking ahead early next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday. So they will need to work out how they cross that. And after that, it should be a clear run straight into the Southern Ocean.